Hey everyone, this is One Man Zerg with the UEN, giving you a tip today on using your Colossus and positioning your Protoss army. You can see Machine Zerg army is out here, and he's moving in with a creep highway and some spine crawlers and an army, moving in on White Raw, and they're about to collide. And now what White Raw is doing is clumping his troops and creating that front line with those zealots. And then he's going to move his troops back slowly and use those zealots as a wall, so that his troops can stay in that nice clump position and not get surrounded by those Zerglings. And so Machine's trying to move his troops in to attack that, but if he can't get a surround on those troops to block them from going into the base, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. And that's exactly what White Raw wants. So he goes into that man-made, Protoss-made choke point, keeps those zealots out there, and he's really shutting down a lot of the Zerglings because they can't get that surround on the units, and Zerglings in a line are just not a very effective unit. And so now he's going to back his troops up into his base, into that behind that chokehold, and then he's going to use the range of those Colossus to really help destroy a lot of those Hydralisks. So see, the Hydralisks are forming up that nice line out there, and with that big line, he can use those Colossus and their extended thermal lances to devastate that line, because it's 3 shots to kill a Hydra, and then it forces Machine to retreat and really gives the Protoss player the advantage and lets the Protoss player move out from here, take those zealots that he just summoned, and go on the offensive and really gain some map control. So remember, use those choke points and back up those Colossus. Here's another tip on using your Colossus, and this one's about picking your fight. White Raw here has the Colossus at the Xel'Naga Tower with the rest of his troops, so he can see what Machine is doing over here. So he's going to bring out his Colossus and pick a fight with Machine. So he attacks him a couple times, then he brings his Colossus back up on top of the ledge, and then he brings his troops over here to cut off the Zerglings that are coming in from the front, as well as to block these Hydralisks in the back that are trying to attack him. So that's a really great move by White Raw. And then he can kill off those Zerglings, and then he can pull his Colossus back over here, leverage their long range to kill these Hydralisks from super far away, and make sure that Machine can't get up that ramp to attack his troops. You can see this Colossus has 23 kills. So even though he had a smaller army, he's able to use that ledge to really just rack up those kills. Here's another tip on defending your base with Colossus. You can see this pretty decent sized Zerg force that's coming in. Got some more Hydras coming in from the back too. That's going to try and push on White Raw over here. It's Machine pushing in on White Raw in one of their showdown matches. And so watch what happens. This Colossus is perched up here on this ledge, and so this Colossus is able to leverage these zealots as its wall to shoot down these troops and then just push out. And Machine knows that, you know, after I lost those Zerglings and couldn't push in, didn't kill a single zealot, I'm definitely in trouble, so I'm going to have to retreat. Here's another tip on how to use Colossus to leverage ledges. He's going to bring it in from this ledge and attack these Hydralisks. And so that ledge allows it some freedom to move back quicker. And then once again, he's going to keep using these ledges. So here, he's going to fry some more Zerglings, which are awesome looking. And then he's going to walk up this ledge, making the Zerglings run around here. So he made troops run around here. Now he's going to make troops run around here. And so they can't get to him. He gets in another free shot. Pops a few more down. And then he's going to walk down this ledge. So now the troops that were coming up this ledge to shoot it now have to go back down around. And then he can then play that off if he wants, but he sees there's more troops coming, so he's going to walk down this ledge and get away. And so all of a sudden, you know, his Colossus, which was almost completely screwed, is able to get out of there, get a lot of kills, 12 kills, and run home for safety. All because he knew how to use the ledges. Walks around that first ledge, makes the troops walk around that second ledge too, and then makes the troops walk around that third ledge before he finally retreats to safety. Remember to use your troops and those choke points to bunch up so melee troops can't get into your base and can't surround you. And then remember to leverage buildings and walls to get those melee or those range troops of your opponents with shorter range out on the outskirts, so your Colossus can just devastate that line, and then you can summon troops before you push out. Pick fights with your Colossus from ledges, and then move up and reposition your army so it's in the most advantageous position for you, and you can just devastate the opponent's army. And then remember, on defense, get those lines of zealots, and then use those ramps and those ledges again for those Colossus before you push out. And lastly, use ledges near ramps so you can get in some extra shots. Make those other troops run up the ramps, and then walk up a ledge and make him run up another ramp. And then finally, once you've done enough damage or your Colossus is low enough on health, retreat with that Colossus to safety when there's too big of an army around you. If you like this, subscribe to our channel and leave a comment on a strategy you'd like there, or leave a comment below this video. Thanks for listening.